Was this Facebook Marketplace find a big mistake? It was love at first sight, but not at first smell. This unfortunately belonged to a smoker, and I did not know that until my husband brought it home, and as soon as he opened the trunk, I immediately smelled cigarettes. This was a first for me, but you know I love a challenge, so let's get into how I fixed this. The first order of business was to remove all of these drawers, and then I also removed the old liner that was in here. It was time to go. And then, like always, I vacuumed inside and out to remove any dust and debris and whatever else was hiding in here. One thing I love as a flipper is finding funny things behind drawers. Like I found this cross, bless this flip. And then this was a first for me. I found an old fake nail. I don't know how that gets behind a drawer. But then I also removed the hinges and the cabinet doors to prepare them for paint. And here's a little tip for you. Hinges like to go in the same spot they've been, especially for older pieces. So I always label left and right and then put a label on the top one so I know exactly where to put it back. Next, it was time to clean. I did a little bit of research and found that vinegar is a natural deodorant, and then dish soap is a degreaser, so it helps to scrub off all of the nicotine residue. I got this fancy smancy drill brush. Not really, they're not that expensive. I'll drop a link in the description, but this really got into every nook and cranny and scrubbed way harder than I'd be able to do just with my hands. Once that was all cleaned out, I let it bake in the sun because the sun also helps deodorize. And then I sanded it down. Now, the smell can live in the finish, so I fully stripped the top and the built-in hardware on this piece, but the stuff that I was painting, I gave an extra good scuff sand. So I always do a scuff sand with a 180 or a 220 grit, but I took my time with this scuff sand and made sure everything was sanded pretty darn well. What I loved about this piece was all of these curves, and I used this foam sanding pad on my orbital sander to get around them. And I also sanded by hand just a little bit, but this foam sanding pad did a great job of getting around those curves. I also loved the hardware on this. It's these built-in solid wood long handles, and I wanted to keep them wood, so I sanded them all down to prepare for refinishing. Once again, the foam sanding pad did a really good job of hugging around these curves. I hardly had to do any hand sanding here at all. Honestly, at this point, it was smelling a lot better, but I wanted to make sure any lingering odor was locked in. So you can never fully remove a smoke smell, but you can seal it in with shellac. So that's what this is. I just poured some dewaxed shellac into this bucket and wiped it over anything that was not getting refinished. So the inside and outside of drawers, I flipped all the pieces over and put shellac on the bottom. I really did a number on this. My camera stopped recording partway through this, so you can't see me mixing it, but this is a 2-part oil product. I'll drop a link to it. I love this. This is the 3rd time I've used it. You mix up the oil with the stain, and it's all one product, and instead of like brushing it on and wiping it off, you kind of smear it around. What I love about it is that it is one coat, so you don't have to seal on top of it, and it's this nice matte finish. So if matte is what you want, this is great. You do need to make sure you do a great job of sanding because it will show any imperfections. It's not as forgiving as some stains, but I love this, and this is also a big time saver, especially for this piece where I had those little handles. I did wipe it on the curved edges because my spreader would not work there. Everything that got painted, I hit with an oil-based primer to block out any remaining odors there. And then I mixed up a custom color. This is Wise Owl's Jet Black mixed with Benjamin Moore. I'll have to look up the green. It's a green. So it's a very, very dark green, but it really reads charcoal. I wanted something really moody and modern, but also neutral, and I think this hit the mark. I ended up spraying 3 coats of this, and I also painted the interior because it needed it. I have a few favorite parts as a flipper, and one of them is always removing the tape. Why is this so satisfying? Even when it's not a design like stripes, it just feels so good to rip this off. I had also taped off the gold details. Another reason I fell in love with this piece. Look at how pretty those are, and also so satisfying. Next, it was time to reinstall the hardware that I had refinished. These set on top and then just screw in. And finally, I installed wallpaper. I put this pretty wallpaper that matched the paint color almost perfectly. I put it in the back of the cabinets, and then I also lined all of the drawers in this paper as well. I love that it picks up the paint color and the gold, like the gold detail on the front. The last step was to fix these drawers. They were functioning, but the guides, the stoppers, the childproof mechanism was not in the best shape. So I removed the old ones and swapped them out for some brand new ones that I ordered on Amazon. There are two parts to this. So there's the part that attaches to the drawer and the part that's on the inside. So I had to remove all of the old ones on here, and you can tell the difference. There's the old one all stripped and bad. Here's the brand new one, much, much better. At this point, you would think it would be as easy as sliding the drawer back in, but I had a heck of a time with this. And I learned that I am not alone, and these things are known to be pesky. So I took a break because this was late at night, and I came back to it the next day, and I'll show you how I solved it. What ended up working was sanding down to make the grooves just a little bit bigger, sanding down the plastic here. I was using a 180 grit sandpaper. It only took probably 2 hairs just to get a little bit more space, and then I oiled it up after I was finished sanding, reinstalled them, and then they went in. You're gonna feel like you're breaking these when you install them. That's also a tricky part, but once they're in, they're in. So whoever buys this piece is gonna have to get a tutorial. Now I can get them in easy, no problem, but there is a learning curve here. As a reminder, here's where we started. I wish you could also smell the before and after, and here is the after. So much cleaner, more modern, and most importantly, it no longer smells. I love this wood tone, and it picks up the charcoal tone in the paint, and the liner is just perfect with it. I think this turned out awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more furniture flips. Bye!